and welcome to Wild Food Mary again. It's late October and we've had some terrible weather, but today I am going to introduce you to some really easy to identify mushrooms that you might still be able to get at this time of the year. And one that's not edible necessarily, but is just an amazing mushroom. This is probably the most famous mushroom of all from the woods in the autumn. This is the cep or the porcine. It's a bolete, Boletus Edulis. It's got lots of tasty cousins as well. And you can see when I turn it over that it has pores rather than gills. This one dries, freezes, can be made into butter, all kinds of wonderful things. One of my favorite mushrooms, and this year the sleeve blooms gave us a really nice crop of them. Our next mushroom is Juicier Hera auriculae Judea. Not exactly a politically correct name, but there you go, that's the Latin name. These you'll find growing on elder trees, damaged elder trees particularly, right through the winter. If you have a wet spell, they will be floppy and jelly-like, and if it gets dry, they will shrivel up into little black crisps and then fill out again as soon as they get damp. You can eat these raw. See, they look very like an ear and they're full of jelly inside. These are medicinal mushrooms in China as well. Not exactly tasty, but nutritious and a useful little thing to have. Hedgehog mushrooms, very aptly named, as you can see, all the little spines on it. Hydenum rependum. This one goes right through the winter, right through the coldest weather if it's under big trees, and it's a very sturdy little mushroom. It freezes extremely well and it's good and tasty and solid. I really like this mushroom. It's underrated in my opinion and a very nice mushroom to have around. So this is the wood bluet, Lepista nuda. It's got a beautiful violet colour and you can see the gills on the back are crowded. There's some short gills in between the longer ones. This is available most of the winter and you often find it growing where you've dumped the clippings from your mowing of the grass or a pile of old leaves or whatever. It really likes that kind of compost under trees. A very nice mushroom and often growing in a circle as well. Really beautiful. This one here is a chanterelle, and you can see the beautiful colour of this one. This is called Luminous Chanterelle or Chanterellus luteus. It's like the winter chanterelle a little bit. Chanterellus tubiformis, they're closely related and both really tasty. This is a fabulous one. It grows often under evergreen in moss and it can grow in huge clumps. Absolutely beautiful. Looks like fallen leaves from on top, but just look carefully. This little black mushroom here I dried last year. This is a trompe d'humour or a very close relation of it. It looks a little bit like, you can see here where it's dried, it looks a tiny bit like the chanterelle turned inside out, a little funnel shaped thing. It's absolutely powerful smelling. I have it for a year already and it is fantastic. I've put it into mushroom salt, mushroom butter and many a dish throughout the year and I still have some. This is an oyster mushroom. I was really lucky this year to find a whole valley of these in the sleeve blooms. It's a white one, a delicate one called the branched oyster mushroom or Cluterius cornucopiae. It's dried here and I was lucky enough to be able to dry it in the sunshine. We got some nice sunshine for a little while. And so this one is supercharged with vitamin D because mushrooms absorb vitamin D from the sun and store it extremely well. So this will be really useful, especially for my vegetarian friends in the winter and anyone who's lacking a little sunshine. And the last one for today is definitely not the least. This is turkey tail, Trametes vesicolo, also known by Yunzi and several other names. This is not what you might call an edible mushroom, really. It's also called the many-zoned polypore, and you can see it's quite leathery and thin, like the other polypores. It's an annual and it flushes every year, but it often stays where it grows for quite a long time. This is a medicinal mushroom and it's absolutely unreal what this mushroom can do. It contains polysaccharide K, which along with the other compounds in it boosts the immune system and fights infection. It reduces inflammation. It fights viral infections such as hepatitis and herpes. It reduces the growth of tumors and it lessens the side effects of both chemotherapy and radiation. So it is a really useful thing to use while you are having these treatments. It also really boosts energy levels. So it's a fantastic mushroom. This is not just my say-so or anything like it. This mushroom is approved for clinical use in Japan and it is used by cancer treatment centers in the States, and a lot of money and research is going into this mushroom to get the treatment right just now. You can easily make a tea from it. You just infuse it and you can dry it and keep it for a long time. It is a great general booster of health and a really underrated mushroom, which I think is going to become more important as time goes on. Turkey tail, look at it. It's like a little ballerina's skirt. Beautiful thing. Thanks for watching this video. Please click like and subscribe for more, or visit Wild Food Mary for recipes and workshop dates.